Some of these guys are seriously crashing out about women going celibate, thinking it's about them or we're purposely holding out on them, when that's not what it's about at all. Many of us just want to wait until marriage. If you really want it that bad, guys, just be good to your woman and marry her. And then you're going to have a great physical intimacy and relationship. All right, just something I want to put out there. You don't have to crash out, guys. Just do the right thing and marry your girl.
Women would rather be celibate for the rest of their lives than to ever spend time with us. What have we done? At this point, I feel like we've ruined everything. She would rather hang out with God all day isolated than to ever want to hang out with us again.
I don't know who need to hear this, but your celibacy is not a flex. It's a trauma response. And many of you are so traumatized that you call yourself being celibate when you're really disassociating and really operating in a place of a wound and hurt. I've been celibate for 8 years. 8 years dry coochie. 8 years of harboring hurt. 8 years of avoiding healing. 8 years of getting your shit together. Being celibate is not a flex. It's a trauma response. Go get healed.
Just a word of advice out there to y'all, man. If a woman tells you that she's abstinent or celibate and it's not for religious reasons, I got some news for you, buddy. She's abstinent or celibate for you. For you. If the right dude come along, she is no longer abstinent. She's not celibate. She's not waiting on nothing. She only making you wait. Right? Now, I'm not advocating that everybody be thotting around and busting it open. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if a woman tells you that she's celibate and it's not for religious reasons, it's just because she just got a feeling that she want to be. She is about to run you through the mud, buddy. She's going to use you because what you're hearing is, oh, I'm celibate. Oh, she's not a bop. No. If a woman tells you that she's celibate and it's not for religious reasons, it's because her decision making on men has been so poor that she had to opt out of sex altogether. I don't think you heard me. I'm gonna say this again. It means that her ability to choose men has been so poor that she had to opt out of giving up buns entirely. Okay? Which means she's about to use you for dates and affection and time until she comes around a dude that makes her not want to be celibate no more. Then you're cooked, and then she's gonna bust it open for Brody, and you've been taking her out whining and dining her, and you've been getting, you got hoed. You're asking yourself, Dazon, why would you say this? How'd you know this? Because it's happened to me. It happened to me before. Shorty told me I'm celibate, I'm this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking that sounds great, fantastic. I mean, honestly, I can wait till marriage. I don't even care. Flashbacks. Buddy, she's giving up buns to the first dude that make the kitty purr. I'm telling you, buddy.
So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said she's now celibate. You know, as most celibate people do, because they can't wait to tell you when they're celibate. There's always a celibate. I'm celibate. It's almost like they're trying to celibate. Celibate. You know? So she asked her, you know, she said, yeah, like I'm celibate. You know, I don't know how I'm still seeing. I said, I had to ask her. I said, do you used to do the vroom vroom? She said, what's the vroom vroom? I said, the vroom vroom. She said, what are you talking about? I said, the brrrr. She said, I don't know what you mean. I said, the brrrr. She's like, don't be stupid. And I said, you know, the brrrr. All of it. You know exactly what I'm talking about, girl. Like, how are you staying together? Because if you're not doing that, someone's getting it. I don't care what people say. There's a reason why people be shaking and shouting in church, especially when they go through celibate seasons. There's a reason. This stuff is math. So, girl, like, if you're not doing the bzzz and the brr, who's getting the heat? Who are you putting this on? And that's why I fear people who either are not getting laid or taking care of themselves in some way, because that stress is being channeled towards somewhere, something, especially if you're interacting with humans. Somebody is getting the heat. Okay, so are you doing the huh? What are you doing? Which one?
If a woman ever tells you that she is celibate and she's been celibate for a long time, it's for one very specific reason. And that reason is no man that she has met throughout the time of being celibate has been able to mentally stimulate her. A lot of women out here who are celibate and have been celibate for a long time, they're not even looking for the craziest thing in men. They're not even asking for the most. All they're asking for is a good, deep conversation that leads to mental stimulation. I guarantee that if you are willing to stimulate a woman who's been celibate for a long time, you can mentally and emotionally stimulate her. She's willing to ride you like a motherfucking saddle, guaranteed 100%. The only problem is a lot of men, unfortunately, don't really prioritize a mental and or emotional connection because they don't care to connect mentally or emotionally with women. All they want to connect through is through the physical, not through anything else. But the moment you connect with a woman through the mind and through the emotion, through the intellect, you're going to see a side of her that you didn't even know existed. And sometimes I'll be feeling bad for women, not gonna lie, because all they want is a connection and a conversation, and they can't even get that. Men are not even able to provide that.
Once you abstain from sleeping with men and just become celibate, it's like God rewards you with this like huge amount of discernment. You will no longer be manipulated. You can sense bullshit from a mile away. You're able to read men like a book. Once you stop sleeping with them, they'll never be able to run game on you again. Only if you allow it. That's my word.
You're telling me you want to tell a man that you don't want to sleep with him because you feel sorry for him because you're not going to roll around on the mattress with him probably ever, but you think he needs to know that? Why? Why do you think he needs to know that? So he can dismiss you immediately? So you don't even get date 1 or date 2? So you didn't get no money out of him? You think you're supposed to dismiss him immediately because that's all that he's there for? Well, you choose really bad men. I'm not telling them nothing. They're going to figure it out the hard way. All right? Why don't you let them figure it out the hard way, man, after they spend some money? Just like y'all figure out them the hard way after you waste your time.
You know what I was thinking? Would men still date women if they couldn't have access to their bodies?
Oh, as a woman who's been celibate for almost 7 years, if you tell a man that sex is not on the table, he does not want to date you. I've begun to realize that the entire premise around dating and relationships is so that men can have access to women's bodies without paying for them. There's 2 types of currencies that men believe that women accept: money and attention. And a relationship or marriage is a special type of privileged attention that a man trades for ultimate access to your body. So a man is either going to pay you like a prostitute, or he is going to pay you with the privilege or the specialty of being a wife or girlfriend in trade for access to your body.